Good morning, dear children. This is Rajesh Pasar. Today we are going to learn about the reproduction in animals. In the previous classes, in the 7th class, you learned about reproduction in plants. You know very well how the reproduction takes place in the plants by the pollination. With the help of the flowers, the flower become fruit. Inside the fruit, seeds are there. You know very well about the reproduction in plants. Now come to the today's topic, reproduction in animals. Here, first, sir, what do you mean by reproduction? Reproduction means the process in which living organisms produce their young ones of their own kind. Here, the process of producing the young ones of their own kind is called the reproduction. Here, sir, why reproduction importance in the world? What is the use of the reproduction? What is the importance of the reproduction? We need to know that. Here, as I told you, the animals reproduce the young ones of their own kind. Own kind means a cat reproduce a baby cat, a dog reproduce a baby dog. The cat can't reproduce dog. It means what? To increase their population, to increase their race, or population, the animals or the organisms reproduce to give young ones. Here, sir, why reproduction is important in the world? Here, number of animals are living in the world. Their lifespan is different in different organisms. For example, humans' lifespan is 100 years. For example, there is no reproduction process in the humans. Then what will happen? After 100 years, there is no human beings. There will be no human beings in the world. For example, a dog has 20 years lifespan. If the dog do not produces their babies, then after 20 years, what will happen? There is no dogs in the world. That's why the reproduction is important to increase the race and the population. Here, reproduction can be divided into sexual reproduction, asexual reproduction. Sexual mode of reproduction, asexual mode of reproduction. Here you know very well, reproduction means what? And asexual reproduction, sexual reproduction are different. Sir, what do you mean by sexual reproduction? Here, in the sexual reproduction, we need two organisms, male organism and as well as female organism. But in the asexual reproduction, only one organism can reproduce by themselves without any interference of female. Here come to the sexual reproduction. As I told you, in the sexual reproduction, the male and the female organisms together to give the babies. Here we need gametes in the sexual reproduction. Sir, what do you mean by gametes? Gamete means it is a sperm and ovum. The sperm released by males, ovum released by females. Now, the combination of male and female sperm and ova makes the zygote, embryo, fetus, baby becomes. How this process is going on, I will explain. Here, as I told you, the male gamete, female gamete is important in the sexual reproduction. Sir, where does this male gamete comes from and female gamete comes from? Here first, it is the male reproductive system. Here, it is the penis, these are the testes and these are the seminal ducts. Here, in the males, when they reach 13 or 14 years, became adolescents, they releases sperm from the testes. A pair of testes are there in the males. It is the male reproductive system. A pair of testes are there. This testis release the sperm. Now the sperm enters into this duct, seminal duct, to the penis. Now the penis ejaculate the sperm. Here it is the sperm cell. If you see the structure of the sperm cell, it is the head, first part, and the middle part is the middle piece. Mitochondria is there, and it is the tail. Now, here also urochromo is there. Now, this tail helps to swim in the fluid, and mitochondria gives the energy. And sorry, this is the acrosome. Acrosome helps to penetrate into the ovum. Now, come to the female reproductive system. In the female reproductive system, there are two ovaries are there. And this is the uterus where the baby is developed, and these two are fallopian tubes. Now, in every month, in the females, when they reach to adolescence age, every 28 days or 1 month, the females release ovum. Ova means ova, it is the plural. Ova, it is the plural. Ovum is singular. Now, every month, females release ovum 1 month from this side and next month from other side. Right and left side, both sides they have ovaries. These are the ovaries. For example, this month, one egg released by this side. Next month, the egg is going to release by this side. And here, sir, how this male and female gametes fuse? I will tell you. It is nothing but the fertilization. Now, fertilization is the process in which the fission of male gamete and the female gamete to form a zygote is called fertilization. Fertilization is the process, the fusion of the male and female gamete leads to form a zygote is called fertilization. Male gamete is sperm coming from the males, female gamete is ovum coming from the females. Now, this sperm and the ovum is going to make the zygote. How zygote will form? Here, by the time when the egg releasing into the fallopian tube, now it travels into the fallopian tube. Now by that time, if any sperm cells enters into the female's body through the vagina, now this, for example, it is the fallopian tube. This is the egg. So this is the ovary. Now egg is releasing into the fallopian tube. Now by the vagina, if the sperms are coming, now the sperm, one sperm, for example, is the ova. One sperm cell is enters into the ova and combined with the female nucleus. Here, once one sperm cell enter into the egg cell, then it doesn't allow any other sperm cell. Then in this way, the fission of the male and female gametes leads to the zygote. Now this zygote becomes an embryo, and embryo becomes fetus. Fetus become baby. Here fetus in the sense, in this stage, all the body parts to be appear. Here, how the implantation takes place, I will tell you in detail. Now, egg is released in the fallopian tube to the ovum, and by the time the sperm is enters into the, sperm means not only one, the trillions of sperm cells will enters into the female's body, but only one can fuses with an ovum. Here, one sperm cell penetrates and enters into the female's body, and it makes the zygote. Now it is the zygote, the two cells become one cell. Now later this zygote, in the zygote, the one cell become two, two become four, four become 8. Like this, the cell division takes place. It forms the embryo. Now this embryo travels into the uterus, where the baby is developing, and it is stick to the walls of the uterus. Now this embryo will develop into the fetus. It is called as the implantation. Implantation means the stucking or fixing or attaching of embryo to the uterus walls is called implantation. Now, after 9 months, the baby is going to be born by the mother's womb. The period from fertilization to give birth to baby means this period, pregnancy period, is called as gestation period. In this way, the babies are going to form in the humans, and it is the fertilization. It is internal fertilization. Now you know very well external fertilization also is there. Fertilization is two types: internal and external. External fertilization. Sir, what do you mean by external fertilization? Internal fertilization takes place inside the female's body. External fertilization takes place outside of the body. Here, for example, if we take the frog, frog in the monsoon season. In the monsoon season, the frogs enters into the ponds and they lay the eggs in the pond. Immediately, the male frog releases sperms in the water. By the movement of the water, by the flow of the water, if these sperm cells are stuck to the female eggs, then the fertilization takes place. It is called as external fertilization. External fertilization means the fertilization takes place outside of the body. Here the frogs lays n number of eggs. Why? Because some of them may eaten by the predators and broken by other predators animals. That's why the frogs and most of the aquatic animals lay more number of eggs. Most of them is going to destroy. Only few of them are going to fuse with the help of the male gun. This type of the fertilization is called external fertilization. Now there are two types of animals are there in the world, organisms are there in the world. Oviparous and viviparous. Oviparous organisms are the organisms. They lay the eggs. This is called oviparous animals. Viviparous animals are the animals. They give birth directly. For example, mammals. They give birth directly into baby. Oviparous animals like hen, crocodiles, snakes, duck, like this. Viviparous, all the mammals are belongs to viviparous animals. They give directly birth to young ones. Hope you understood the class. In the next class, we will discuss any other topic.